Okay. Who we got left to join? Just Ryla.
Yeah, it's taking forever to load in.
Yeah, that's right. You're the worst.
No. I think about that every day.
Okay. Sorry, about that. We're back. Ish, just Ryla, being garbage. So this man, who you can totally trust, is approaching you all, or the both of you outside, offering parley. And he does say, there is no reason to shed more blood. All I came for is to get the doctor and the documents into my possession. Once I have both of these things, I will leave. And you can leave as well with your lives.
Do I know what documents he's talking about?
Do you know what documents he's talking about?
I can't remember last week very well. Or was it the week before that?
I can't remember us finding much in the way of documents in this
Your
church.
characters have not had any documents come up in this church whatsoever.
Okay. So yeah, the documents, right. Listen, I'm sure we can come to an agreement, but
No! This isn't a negotiation. In an hour, if you have not brought the documents to me and released the doctor, who I can just see his feet poking out there, the easy option leaves. And things will get much less pleasant. He
I have
pulls
to
out
tell
a small,
you,
he pulls out a small pocket watch and checks the time and says, "Time begins now."
Which documents?
He looks at you. You do not know of any documents?
I'm not the reading type.
Says, "I don't want you to read them. I want you to retrieve them."
How do I know if they're the right documents?
He smiles. Says, "Bring me whatever you find."
I don't want to die if we bring you the wrong documents because we don't know what documents they are.
His smile begins to fade. All the documents you find in that church. I don't imagine there is much of a library waiting inside.
you'd be surprised. Uh,
How good's your scribing skills, Uranus?
I don't know. Probably really good.
So what are you guys outside doing right now?
I'll
And,
say,
oh, sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
No, you. What are you doing outside?
I'll just say to him, well, that doesn't seem like much of a choice at all. I feel like we might be getting the rough end of the deal here. But, save a life and all that. Yeah, sure. We'll go ahead and procure your documents, buddy.
He smiles, and you see he sort of lifts his hand and gestures back towards the carriage, and you see a steel fold-out seat begin to float across the ground towards where he is standing, put itself down behind him, and then he sits. Says,
Magneto?
"I'm waiting."
Can you reshare the map? Sorry,
Yes, I can do that. That's
I
right.
had to
There you go.
close my fantasy. Thank you.
And there's the picture of him as well.
Thank you. I'll say there is one slight issue though. I can't get back through those bars.
Says you have the amulet. You recovered no?
Nope.
That is most unfortunate. And he stands up and begins to move towards you.
Listen, if you could just remove the bars, I'd be more than willing to go help you out. If you just
Quiet.
not menacingly stalk towards me. Okay.
He gestures for Orzov to travel back inside.
Well, I don't have an amulet. Totally do not. What? This is just a bracelet.
He says, then you won't mind handing it over?
Whoa, 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 whoa. I said it's a bracelet. I never said it's just something to hand over. It's my precious bracelet.
My precious blue bracelet. Awesome.
But I will go back inside.
Okay, you go back inside. And Ryla, he gestures, and in front of your eyes, about 5 foot at a time, the bars bend out of the way, allowing you to pass. He Magneto opens a path for you to walk along the tunnel and get back inside, if you choose to. If you want to try and stall, you can, but he is opening the way for you and closing it behind you as you go each 5 feet.
So, how do you do that? By the way, I'm quite curious.
He smiles. It's trade secrets.
Oh, of course. What's your business again? All I know so far is that you like metal and moving it.
My business at this time is to recover the doctor and these documents. That is all you need to know.
I feel like
55 minutes.
right.
With-
Right. Sorry, go ahead.
And with that, I would like to check the entry that the Spirit 90 thing that came and attacked me came out of.
Yep, you can check that, and you find 2 little, basically whisper hallways. So monks that would have been in this church would have used this to sing out of sight of those around. There's small slots that would allow music to travel through, but not obvious enough that anyone can see through or beyond. There are 2 paths on either side of this main hallway, and they do not lead anywhere else.
What about down this path?
Which path? There is a toilet in there.
Oh, sweet, I'll go to the loo.
Okay.
And then I'll inform the other guys what the fuck is happening.
Okay. Inside, while this has all been going on, as you're searching around, Aranis, I'm assuming you were going to help Trabro and Dimitri out?
Yeah, exactly. I would mage hand the the amulet onto my little dude and send him out, but and just kind of like leave him here. But other than that, yeah, I'd be helping him out if I could.
Okay. Roll me a
Want me
heal
to-
check for each of them. DC 10.
All right, and failed.
Yep.
And failed.
Nope, that one's
nope,
good.
got
So
one
who
of
was
them.
first?
First would be Tralbro.
Sweet. And second one brings up Dimitri. So Dimitri, you can spend a healing surge. And then your healer is back up, which bodes well.
Make this simple.
Did that give me? Oh, yep, gave me stuff back. All right, so yeah, I will use a healing word on the on Trabro.
Alright. Oh, Trabro already spent his for some reason.
Okay, I'll do it anyway because he gets extra shit.
Do it again, I've put that back. And
Oh,
put
I
his-
clicked it when Arana said Tribor. I'm like, okay.
Nice.
Okay. Oh, you also healed Cillian Creed. He is appreciative of it.
By the way, is this guy wearing gloves?
Outside? No.
Yeah, the guy I'm.
No, those are his
Okay.
hands.
Okay.
Okay, so do you go back in, by the way, Ryla? Or do you still going to try and stall?
I am gonna try and stall.
How are you going to try and stall? Given that it's bending the bars in front of you after you said you couldn't go back through.
It's like a. Listen, I seem to be on the wrong side here. What is your organization like? What does it take to get in?
You're saying this to Leone?
Yeah.
He says, my organization it is not welcoming to RHC officers, former or present. Cillian calls out, and you had your chance to join me.
Isn't Cillian an RHC former?
Possibly not first.
Sorry, I'm trying to find something because I know.
And by the way that he and Cillian are talking separately, you get the idea that this man is not working for the same organization as Cillian, but perhaps an organization that is doing a favor for someone.
Okay.
Because Cillian says, you had your chance to join me, and he said his one does not open to you.
Yeah. All right. I have a question, Spite. Do you
Yes.
have like a list of, or do you know where the poisons are in the 4E handbook?
I believe. Yes. I think items consumables?
All right, I'll check that real quick.
No, there's only 2 there. Bloodroot and Nihirit.
Son of a bitch.
Then there's alchemical poisons.
That might be it. Where is that?
Alchemical item. But there's only 1 alchemical poison.
Ah, fuck.
But anyway, are you trying to poison?
Actually, yeah, but there's if you go about it a different way than the usual way, there's actually extra effect. But I'm trying to
Okay.
find it and I can't at the moment. So I guess, yeah, just assume I'm trying to solve him, but I'll keep moving on ahead as he's opening the gates, or the bars.
Okay. So he's not going to be coming down the hallway with you, by the way.
Oh, okay. Fuck.
All right. So inside, anyway, just while you're going on with that, because you've got a fair bit of time to this point. Charbro and Dimitri and Uranus, what are you doing as Orzov is searching down these tunnels?
Can I assume that we've been filled in on what's happened and what
Yeah.
the current situation is?
Orzov said he does tell you, and you guys would have caught, a fair bit of. Uranus rather would have heard.
A
And
fair bit
would
of
have been
being unconscious.
Yeah, Uranus would have heard, and they would have filled you
Out
in as well.
of earshot, I might whisper and ask, does this guy know how many of us are in here? I mean, obviously Cillian does, but it seems like he's kind of taken a back seat now.
I don't think so. He seems surprised to see a second one pop out, but he knows there's more than just that in here.
Maybe we
I
could.
don't think it matters how many he thinks there is of us in here.
Well, what I'm thinking is we give him the least important ones, and we have one person hide in here. Maybe in the lavatory or some place where he's not going to look. And then we say, oh shit, man, that's all we could find, and hope that he lets us out. And if not, at least one person's going to survive, and hopefully somebody else can cheese it and get back up and recover the documents.
Okay, I'd much rather try to find a secret exit.
We're a thing in the middle of a cliff face. I don't think there is one.
Might be a carved out page. Exit, surely it's not going to have one exit just to the cliff face thing.
As you guys are continuing to talk, another low rumble and shake sort of rips through the ground, and a few big chunks of stone fall around the church. And you hear it call down the tunnel. Looks like time is running out faster than you think. You're probably about 10 minutes by this point into your hour. Charbro, what are you doing?
Wondering how I'm going to get out there and kill Creed.
Are you doing anything to help you reach that goal? Are you wanting to look for anything or figure something out?
I'll look for bits of paper, I guess.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a perception.
I'm good at this one.
Wait, just saw. There's a furnace, isn't there? There's like a chimney.
Yep.
I go there and see how big it is.
All right. You go to the furnace. The chimney itself. Oh, actually, hang on. Ooh, you might have found something there, Charbro. Ooh.
Oh, I also found the poison. Fantastic.
Nice.
I don't suppose anyone has any gloves.
What area are you looking in, Charbro?
Yes, where I am, I guess.
Just the main hall?
Sure.
Okay.
And I guess I'll be recording things as suggested by my penmanship skill question. Making
Alright.
copies of any documents.
Okay. So you don't recover any documents yet. There's not really anything around. But Trabro, you see. Actually, not just in. Sorry, not in this hall. Fuck it. You look in the next hall because you had enough to get it. You look in the next hall and you can see this collapsed pillar. In the bit of the roof that it seemed to be attached to, you notice a small hollow in the ceiling that looks to have a ledge that might support something on top of it. You can see hanging just over, maybe like just an inch or 2 inches over this lip, a small leather strap, like the strap of a bag.
How far up is it?
It's about 30 foot up from here.
I'll point it out. Uranus has got Mage Hand. He might be able to get it.
Yeah, can I
Yeah,
guess?
absolutely. Your mage hand will be enough. You can pull on the strap, and in doing so, you see just as this begins to fall off the lip, it is a like a surgeon's bag or doctor's bag, and it comes down to the ground with your mage hand. And inside, you can see a number of documents rolled up and stuffed into this bag. The bag itself is a bit damp, but seems to be water resistant for stuff that's on the inside. It appears you've found the notes from Wolfgang, who is still unconscious in the hallway, by the way. And Dimitri, in this, whatever you call it, the chimney, you can see. Yeah, it looks big enough for a person to climb through. It's maybe 3 or 4 foot wide, and it extends way, way up high beyond sight or light.
I'll go to the others and whisper them my plan for us to escape out the chimney.
All right. Also, roll me a perception while you're there as well. You notice about 10, 15 feet up from the mouth of the chimney, you can actually see there's rungs bolted or jammed into the side of the wall going up the whole length of the chimney.
Like what we saw on the like what we saw blocking our other way.
No, these are like handholds, footholds, like ladder rungs.
Oh, rungs, like not bars, as in like
Yeah.
actual climbing things.
And Orzov, while you're in the toilet, please roll me a perception.
I already did previously.
Oh, you did? Okay, sweet. You notice the privy has a hole big enough for someone to uncomfortably, but actually slip through, and it leads to a path or a bit of a wider gap that appears to lead out and away from here.
I think I found a path, guys. Want me to check out the path?
Are we all in here right now, or is anyone outside still?
I think I'm still out.
By this time, Ryla, he's going to be getting tired of you. How are you going to delay him further?
Shit. I have an idea. It's probably a really bad one. I'm gonna do it anyway.
Give it a shot.
I'm
Also,
just
Kevin,
gonna.
your mic's very sensitive, and we keep hearing you breathe out.
Oh my god.
etc.
Is the guy not on the map at the moment?
No, I can put him on if you need him to.
No, not really. I'm not gonna like attempt to hit him. Well, kind of. I'm gonna do. My bolts obviously have metal on the tips, right?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna fire one at him.
Okay.
What?
Don't worry.
Jeez, I gotta find him. I don't even think I have a stat block for him.
I mean, you could just like. I'm not actually trying to hit him, so you can just like.
Oh, okay. You just want to.
I want to see what he does, how he uses his ability.
Yeah, roll an attack roll then. Quick shot. So I think I do actually have a stat block. Pretty sure you miss.
On a 30? Yep. Figures. But with his metal bullshit. But yeah, like
That's
I
versus
said, I wasn't trying
AC,
to
right?
hit him
Yeah,
anyway.
that's versus AC. Yeah,
Yep.
you miss. It just, yeah, whether it's your accuracy, but you don't think it's your accuracy, or something in his ability, the shot does not land. Or the hit, the attack does not land.
What does he do?
He just says that cost you 15 minutes.
Oh, sorry. Curious. Wanted to see how it works.
You didn't see him move as well.
It's like, so it's not magical in nature? I'm asking him.
He looks and he says, we will discuss it once you've achieved the documents. I give you my word.
Okay, of course. And then I'll just move along.
He's totally telling the truth, by the way.
So after I've had like 5 minutes to catch my breath, I'll use a healing word on the doctor, by the way.
Sweet. Yep, you guys will have a short rest. I'll give you that now. So you can spend healing surges over the next 5 minutes. And you can get the doctor healed up. Ryla, do you travel down the bars by this point?
Yep, I do.
Cool. Alright, so you and the doctor can make your way back. I assume the doctor is healed after the bars are open. Leone does request that you send him out with the documents forthwith.
Can we
You got
ask
it.
him about what the documents are?
I've already tried that. I mean,
We
the
haven't asked the
doctor.
doctor.
You ask the doctor. Uh-huh. Do you show him the documents that you have them, or do you want to look at them without asking him? Because you've got them.
I'd probably just try asking about them first. Ask him if he knows what the documents that he's talking about is, or what what are they?
Says just a gathering of evidence, just all circumstantial, but sorted out and directed at the right people. Can show. Well, I haven't quite figured it out yet. I believe there's a campaign of smuggling that explicitly targets Denoran enterprises. Just a large number of smuggled items for some sort of construction project. I do not have any details that I can glean from them, but something maybe like a large warship. Something grand.
Dimitri will now ask him, if we can get you out and get you into witness protection, would you be willing to stand as a witness?
The witness. Well, if it doesn't cost me my life, I will do what I can.
We will do everything we can to get you out and I say, into a safe place. And I'll let him know we've found 2 separate exits here. I'm going to suggest maybe we split the documents in half, we split our party in half, and we both cheese it using opposite means. So at least some of us and some of the evidence will escape either way.
All right. He also tells you that in the notes, there was something mentioned in one of the investigations by Security Chief Julian Lebris, which you guys met at the beginning of this investigation, that it was found that there was a large amount of what he knows to be witch oil. Lebris didn't understand what it was when he investigated it, but by all accounts, the notes written that are in these documents, I know it to be so. I know it to be witch oil.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Nothing particularly new, but is fairly confirming to what you know. Did you want to have a look at the documents yourself now?
I'll definitely have probably a quick look if we're not too pressed for time.
I mean, you've got the document, so you're not really pressed for time. You'll just, as you're looking through them and talking with him, your time will be running down to the point where you choose what you've got to do.
If we're gonna leave, we should leave and then look at the documents later.
Yep. So do we want to all pick one path, or do we want to, split it up and try and, hope that, try and split the party and maybe split our chances of getting something out?
Probably split would be a good plan.
As you're discussing this, it gets to about half an hour left for you to recover the document. When you hear what sounds like horse hoof falls, dunk, 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 pulling a carriage along, and you hear the voice of Leone call out, "Ah! You've arrived a little bit earlier than expected, but fantastic!" And he calls down the end and he says, "Perhaps someone might want to come out and greet our new guest." Calling for one of you to come out.
Does the horse have knees?
The horse does not have knees. It is low. It is a low rider.
We had a short rest, yeah?
Yes, you've had a short rest.
Say,
You can
spin your
head.
Uranus, I'll suggest Uranus. He can teleport, can't he?
Oh,
If he
that's
goes
true.
out there, is there a chance that he'll be able to? What does he reckon his chances are of making a fucking break for it after he gives us enough time for us to escape?
I mean, that depends. He seems to be able to move these bars out of the way pretty quickly.
But I mean, like once you're outside with them, you think you'll be able to teleport and run and get away from them?
Not if they have horses. I
Hmm.
mean, I can only teleport once, and that's it.
I think we greet him, say we're still looking for the documents. As soon as we get back in, we split up and leave straight away to buy us the maximum time to get away from this place. Someone takes the doctor one way and someone takes the document the other way. Split them up.
I mean, as long as I'm 5 squares away, I can literally turn invisible. So
It's okay, so maybe you're the best one to run distraction.
Okay. So who's going out? Sorry.
They, him and Ryla already have such great rapport. You might as well take advantage of that.
that's true. Can we get like a break real quick? Sorry.
Yeah, of course. Take 5 minutes.
Cool. Thank you.
Is this is 5e based? You said.
Yeah, it's gonna be 5e. Although I might try and sneak a bit of Pathfinder stuff in there, in a way that, yeah, we'll see what happens. But it's pretty much 5e.
Right, are we all back? I'll do a quick vote.
I'm back. But like I said, I might have to go AFK again in
Yep.
a little bit.
That's cool. Who hasn't pressed a button?
Oh, that's probably me, sorry.
Useless. Okay, so who's going out to see what this this whole thing is, or is anyone going out?
Were you gonna go, Rylar?
Yeah, I'll probably like let them know what's going on because I don't know if they've been hearing all the stuff that's going on outside.
Yeah, they have. Everyone's sort of
Okay.
filled in. Yep.
All right, then yeah, I'll turn around and go back out.
Okay.
So, and what we're going to do is going to be doctor one way, evidence the other, and we split in half.
So you're gonna
Yeah.
try escaping immediately as Riley goes back?
I think so, and we're going to trust him to try and stealth away.
Okay, so Riley, you get outside and you see this carriage that has arrived. Two more people step off the carriage and open one of the side doors. And you see being pulled out and thrown to the ground in front of you. Well, actually, two people are thrown to the ground in front of you, both of them tied up with things over their eyes. But you are able to recognize them anyway. The first one you recognize is Heward Sesham, the
Fuck.
alkahest, the son, the nephew of Navad, and the other is Detective Inspector Stover Delft.
Double fuck.
Oh, fuck.
Those of you who are going out the chimney, who is going out the chimney and who's going out the toilet?
I'm going out the toilet.
Okay.
Chimney.
All right. Wolfgang
probably-
requests that he goes out the chimney, and the documents go out the
Okay.
toilet.
I'll take the documents with me and toilet.
Okay.
Toilet time.
So Trabro,
So
do you
go
want?
chimney.
Yep, you go chimney. Sweet. So you guys begin your climbs and crawls, respectively, and begin to move out. Ryla, what do you do?
Probably try and avoid looking extremely like, well, fuck.
All right.
Like,
Leone sort of gestures to his men, and they pick them up, and two seats are brought out, and they're popped into a seat, and the the blindfolds come off both of them. They both look pretty shocked and confused as to what's going on. Both of them even more so when they see you. And Leone just sort of gestures that everyone keeps quiet, and pours into two floating cups that he's keeping aloft from a bottle of wine that he pulls out of a bag. Pours 2 cups and offers each of the two hostages a cup. He says, I'm hoping your friends here recover what I ask for, and that this isn't your final drinks. But, and he looks at each of them, in 15 minutes, I'll only have to pour 1 glass. And in half an hour, well, let's say the rest of the bottle remains with me. And then he looks at his watch. Says, ooh, 28 minutes actually. And he looks back to you, Riley.
fuck. All right, I have another plan. You guys have already gone now, right? Like,
They're
Where we're
leaving, yep.
gone.
all right. I'll smooth out my face, kind of, stone face, and say, actually, I have a deal for you. You see, the doctor and the documents are gone. They're not here right now.
His face
However-
just starts to contort with rage. What?
That's correct. However, if you want them ever, you will let those two go, and then we can work something out. If you kill them, even if you kill me, You will never see those documents ever, nor the doctor.
I don't think you quite understand the seriousness of this situation. And he
I?
steps and grabs the head or the hair of Heward and pulls his head back so it exposes his throat, and Heward starts to sob quietly. He says, "Perhaps you wish to reconsider the offer."
I'm going to. Fuck, we only had a short rest, didn't we?
Yes.
God damn it. Alright, I'm still gonna try and play this. I'm gonna use my blow dart and shoot a poison dart into Heward's neck.
To Heward's neck.
He's the one holding him, right? He's holding Heward right now?
Yes.
Yep.
Roll me the attack. You're just gonna kill him?
No, I'm not. The poison, it should either, daze him, I think. So, basically
Wait,
acting
are you
like he's
trying to shoot
expendable.
the person holding him or Heward himself?
Heward himself.
Okay.
I'm not trying to kill him. I'm just trying to make it look like he's dead. You know what I mean? You see where I'm going with
Yeah,
this?
yeah. I see what you're doing.
Fuck me. That's a bad roll. And I don't have any more hero points.
That's going to be enough to hit him. Probably not right in the neck where you want it to, but the dart will go into sort of his chest neck area.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt. How do hero points regenerate in this?
Per session, basically.
Oh, you get 3
So
per session and have a hero point.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
we
I
should
guess.
all have them then.
Well, I used mine earlier. This is probably.
Oh,
Well,
that
you
was the
get
one that
3,
had-
right?
He used a bunch, didn't he?
I don't think
No,
we've
he's-
used them this session though, have we? I thought we burned them all last session.
Yeah, doesn't it only regenerate 1 per session?
Nah, 3. It was going to be
Oh,
1,
shit.
and then
I have
I.
none, but I haven't used any this session.
It's almost like you guys aren't filling any character sheets. My goodness.
My
I was
bad.
paying attention.
Then I have a. Oh, fuck me.
You're
You know
awful
what?
at using them.
Yeah, I want to make this look good. Okay, that's better. So that should be 20 then.
Okay. So that'll go into where you want it to.
Alright.
Goes right into his neck. Roll damage.
Oh god, this doesn't do much damage, thankfully. Oh, thank god. It's a low roll.
6 points of damage. Don't think that's going to be enough to kill him. It doesn't do ongoing or anything.
No.
So you shoot him in the neck. Do you say anything, or do you just shoot him in the neck?
I'll just shoot him in the neck and say, you may think you have the upper hand here before I'm standing, and from what I'm hearing, the one who needs me is you. You need me to guide you to the documents and the doctor.
He just
And
sort
if
of
you
looks
kill,
incredulously at you. That's right. Go ahead. Keep going.
said if you kill Stover Delft, hell, you won't get anything.
He looks incredulously at you, and then down at the dart that's sticking out of Heward's neck.
You think I think this is a game? It's not. But you don't seem to understand your position.
Okay, roll me a bluff.
Holy shit, okay.
Take my hero points, all
Thank
of
you.
them.
I'm gonna need them.
You might need mine too.
Yeah, I got
Oh.
1 left.
Alright, I'm taking all of them.
You're at 26, 25.
27 total, I think there, yep.
Okay. He looks panicked at this. Unfortunately, in his panic, and looking at this dart, one of the guys that are with him says, "Leone, Remove the dart, but don't touch it. And Leone sort of looks down, and he just jams the tip of the blade into where the dart is, the tip of a dagger into where the dart is, and just sort of like tries to scoop it out, and in doing so, sets Thingy bleeding pretty profusely from the neck, throws him to the ground, and he yells out to a group of people which you didn't realize were standing sort of to the left and right of the entrance. But as he calls out to them, "We must leave! Quickly!" You notice that there's a fair few boxes and barrels which appear to be dripping with fire dust up against the walls of this cliff. They start to move away, and he says, "You keep those papers. You keep the doctor. Death will come for you anyway." And he just calls out, "Collapse it! Try and keep them all in!" And one of the guys to the right begins to fiddle with a tinderbox in an attempt to light a fuse.
Alright, fuck. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
That's alright.
Okay.
Those of you who are in the latrine, roll me a endurance check. Those of you who are in the chimney, roll me an endurance check. Everyone roll me an endurance check. God damn, you're all doing pretty well. Collectively,
Oh,
that's alright. You're kicked in the ass by Uranus, who's keeping pace with you well enough.
I'm in the toilet.
He kicks
Oh,
my
are you?
ass from the toilet.
Oh, who's the one going up? Is it
I
Dimitri?
use Mage Hand. I use Mage Hand to kick his ass.
Just to push him up. Now, collectively, you guys are able to begin moving away. You're probably just coming towards where the latrine is starting to open out onto a platform somewhat down lower level below the cliff face. Orzov and Arana. And you hear shouting and someone trying to call out something, "Set it up, do it now!" And then you hear, whoomph, sounds like flames beginning to catch. Those of you who are in the chimney, you guys get out to the top of the cliff and you find yourself up in the nettles, not really near any path or anything, but it's just sort of a stone cairn that acts as the tip of the chimney. It's sort of blackened with soot from all the times it's been used for the fire inside. But you are effectively out and free. The doctor with you, and the documents are down with the latrine. As I'm assuming Ryla is probably just going to get away from the explosion at this point. As the fire sets off the explosive set against the cliff, there is a massive shake, massive rumble through the whole cliff face that you all hear reverberate through the unstable chamber inside, and the crashing of rock from within both of the tunnels indicate that the church within has collapsed, with the two pillars that were unsteady was not enough to hold up through this violent shake. A large crater is blown into the front of the cliff as well, but the tunnel with all the metal bars and everything beyond is collapsed and buried behind tons and tons of rock. And Leone, Cillian, and the men outside are all getting into their carriages and beginning to get away,
Are
assumingly.
they taking Delft with them?
They leave Delft and Heward, though Heward is bleeding profusely from his neck. Delft is just sort of still tied up, sitting on the chair, like wide-eyed at everything going on. He's blasted backwards by the force of the explosion, but is still just sort of tied up, lying on the ground, mildly singed, as the others get away before anyone investigate the explosion. It appears that the hostages were fairly, taken recently. They look pretty disheveled, pretty roughed up, possibly just as ways to get what they wanted ASAP. And Ryla is going to be running away. I'm going to let someone roll a d20. It's going to be Ryla's healing check on the guy who's bleeding from the neck right now, Heward. That was a 7, but it came up a 15.
I'll take the 15.
Yeah,
I've seen that happen with quite a few rolls on the today and yesterday.
it's weird, eh? Alright, well, 15, that's enough. Ryla gets his hands around Heward's neck and begins to stem the bleeding for long enough to tie it up. And it's not, they didn't slash his neck or anything. So he is saved from death. Alright. It's a good time to end with Doc having to go AFK again. And you guys escaping narrowly the collapse of the church that you were inside. Yeah. They were setting up explosives to collapse it on you, so it's lucky you found ways out. And took them straight away. Because if you weren't already heading out, you probably would have been crushed in a poop pipe.
That's bad.
Would have been a fun way to die.
We have different definitions of the word fun, I think.
I think so too.
Given how we started that session, I think we came out pretty good though. We got the documents, we got the doctor, and they got fuck all.
Yeah.
Although I take it, I remember you said that once we talked to Delft, then sort of this chapter's over and we go to the next phase. And it sounds like a hand's kind of been forced on that now, hasn't it?
It's up to you, really. Do you feel like you have?
Well, what are we supposed to just go up to him and say, "Oh, yeah, we'll tell you about this tomorrow"?
Well, we'll go for the immediate aftermath of this anyway, as you guys are recovering. Those of you who climbed up to the top, make your way back down to rendezvous with the rest of your party. Those of you in the poop chute can quickly come up to where Ryla is with Stover Delft and Heward Session.
We
And,
can just make him think it was a dream, put him back in his bed. It was just a very real and bad nightmare.
I think Dimitri at this point would be pretty keen to give a full report on everything. I would probably ask if we can have time to investigate a few things to try and clinch the other involvement, but that'll obviously be Delft's call.
Yeah.
And I would remind Dimitri about our meeting.
Yes.
So the
You're obviously
document.
talking about the one at the pub, aren't you? Which is the most important one.
Yeah,
I think we're all gonna
the
need a
drink.
afterwards.
Yep.
So
I think we should do.
just
Dimitri,
before
we
you
should-
carry on, sorry, that this might dissuade you or change your plans. But once you guys recovered, police presence begins to appear on the mountainside, and medical attention is given to those who need it. You all have a extended rest, or a benefit from an extended rest. In the documents themselves, as you look over them, either now or on your way back or at the RHC, you find that there are numerous reports and notes written by Security Chief Julian Lebris, which reference financial irregularities of Denoran-owned factories. He posits that there is a campaign of smuggling that explicitly targets Denoran enterprises, and though the huge number of reports covering hundreds of witnesses from dozens of factories makes it hard to synthesize an accurate narrative from all of the data. Once you sort of get your hands on them and give them more than just a cursory read through, you notice that all of the smuggled items seem to be going to a single construction project, something like a large warship based on the items that are going there. And with a few days of work, with the aid of some of the RHC staff, with some more financial know-how and clever knowledge, you can determine that many of the factories that lost items to the smuggling operation were recently acquired by a variety of buyers. The buyers have no history of entrepreneurship, but a few have actually got criminal records. If the party looks into the finances, so if you go look into the finances, you see that they were all paid shortly before they purchased the factories. There is also a
Suspicious.
detailed report of a certain factory visits by Julian Lebris, where he discovered flasks of a strange black oil with floating motes of light in them. And soon after he did, his investigation was shut down. This appears to be the witch oil that Wolfgang says he recognized by its description. And there's some notes written in Wolfgang's hand that said, is witch oil a substance produced when the energy of the bleak gate bleeds into this world? It's rare to find even a few ounces, and Wolfgang can't imagine where someone would have gotten the volume such that Liebrix discovered. There's another note that says the oil, if burned, can stand in for ritual components, but no moral person would use it since burning witch oil consumes souls that were waiting their final rest. And that's
No
the document.
mention of who stopped the investigation.
Of Vistigulation? No. There is no word of who, just that it seemed to come from up high.
And who was that guy again? That Julian guy?
Julian Labrie, he is the security chief from the Denoran consulate that you guys met at the beginning of the investigation. He was the one that sort of allowed you into the Denoran consulate and was showing you around and all that jazz.
Sorry, I just miss like everything.
That's right, it'll be in the VOD.
Yeah, I think we still need some more information before we put in our final report.
So have we sort of just filled them in on what we know, but
Yeah, and
that's-
sort of recovered the documents and gone through what they are.
have we managed to get the doctor into witness protection?
You can, yep, you can absolutely organise that through the RHC. They can put him into protective custody.
I asked the doctor first to fix my pinky.
The medical attention you get from other members of the RHC will help you. Did you recover your pinky?
Dimitri's got it, along
Okay,
with the
sweet.
other guy's pinky, which is, I think, dead now.
Medical attention is given, and your pinky is reattached.
You've got a choice of two.
Yeah, do you want yours or do you want the other guy? The other guys are slightly
Looks
long.
better. No, I'll take my own.
Okay.
I'll see if I can keep the other guys for emergency pinky just in case.
So, a couple of days go by at the RHC. You obviously fill in Detective Inspector Stover Delft, and he asks you what else you're waiting for. When are you going to move in on McBennan?
I'm back.
I think we want to get the leads on, find out what the Cal collection is, which is, I think that's why we're going to go to the tavern, because I think that might link us to Lork and Cal.
All
Because
right.
And we have that date with that Hannah Montana.
Hannah Salone? Yeah, I'm assuming you guys push that back as well another day or two to recover
Yeah.
from your activities in the mountain.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just asking. I apologize for having to go okay like that. What did I miss?
Everything.
That's unfortunate.
How long are people able to continue to go for right now?
I kind of just about need to go for a bit, to be honest.
Yep.
Unless we can wrap things up in like 10 minutes or so, I'll probably have to call it quits here.
We're kind of wrapped up for this one particular section. So it's just if you can only do another 10, 15, then we won't start the next one until you do so. Like until you do another
Yeah.
session.
Yeah, probably good to leave it there then for now.
What about everyone else?
I'm not fussed either way.
Yeah.
I'll just have to make dinner, but I could still keep going.
Jeff, are you interested in carrying on?
Either or, I'm not too fast.
Okay, I can catch up when you post the video then.
I was just saying, yeah, if we've got enough to carry on with one less, I'll do it. But if people want to stop,
Well, how long are we going to be carrying on? Is the question.
that's what I'm asking. Like how long can you go for?
Well, I mean, it's I'm a wee babby now and work the days.
You wuss.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like 10:30.
So you can go like another 4 hours.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting
No.
at with that. Oh, we'll call it then. We can just pick up next week.
Vagina.
Yeah, my feeling. Or I can do a. No, we'll call it there. Sweet. Alright, let me kill this and goodbye, recording, goodbye.